Yeah. Hey everyone, we are actually live on the air here on twitch.tv/DDO stream. I really appreciate you joining us for our regular weekly live stream here on Dungeons & Dragons Online. So this is the official Twitch stream for DDO. If you want to join us, we are running every Wednesday starting at noon Eastern Time. If you follow us on Twitch, you can opt in to be notified through email or whatever whenever we go live. We do also stream sometimes throughout the week outside of our official Wednesday live stream, so if you want to sign up to be notified for that, it's a great way to do it. We also do announce this stuff on our social channels, Facebook, Google+, Twitter, and on the DDO forums as well. I'm a community manager, Cordovan. Thanks very much for watching. As always, we're doing something a little special for these next couple of live streams. I'm on Argonnessen, and I'm running Permadeath with a long-standing Permadeath guild in DDO called Mortal Voyage. And I've got a couple of folks with me. It's Magassian. How you doing?
Pretty good, sir.
And did I actually pronounce your name right?
Yeah, it's kind of a joke. So I usually go by Mag, and
Okay.
so I put Asian at the end. I thought that's fun to say.
Right, right. Mag, tell me a little bit about how long you've been with Mortal Voyage here.
So I've been with Mortal Voyage about from the beginning in 2007. I played with them for probably about 3 years, and actually I had picked up DDO, at a store in the mall. Played for about a week and was like, nope, not for me. Probably I don't know, maybe a month later, installed it again and just happened upon Mortal Voyage and got completely hooked. I took a little break and have been back playing for, I don't know, probably like 4 or 5 months.
Yep, yep. All right, and how about you? The other person with me here today is Imperil. Did I pronounce that?
Imperil.
Imperil. Gotcha. Imperil Alpheus. Introduce yourself to the live stream here. How long you been with MV?
I am Imp, and I've been with the MV for about 3.5 years, going on 4.
Cool.
Started playing around 5 years ago, and kind of the same thing. I was playing and kind of got tired of the zerging all the time. Wanted something a little slower, and having death be more of have more meaning. So, and I found these guys and started playing, and I got hooked. Been in it ever since.
All right, so we have some people. I think Permadeath is a fairly well-known concept in Dungeons & Dragons Online, but for the live stream here, just since we might have some folks who are not aware of what actually Permadeath is, let's explain it. Permadeath, at its most basic level, is a typically more hardcore way to play Dungeons & Dragons Online that operates under one key concept, which is that if you die, and you cannot be rezzed through normal means, say a cleric resurrection spell, that kind of thing, you're done. Once you die, you delete. There are some variances in the way individual Permadeath guild rules. Some allow certain things, while others restrict certain things. So they each kind of have their own sort of way of doing things. But primarily, that's the core concept, that if you die, you're done. You start back at level 1 and see how far throughout the game you can progress without dying. Now, like I said, there are ways to res you. Cleric resurrection scrolls, high UMD characters, right, where you can cast things like that. What are some of the other kind of rules we should know going into Permadeath?
Well, for us, we only use what we find. We can't buy anything. No potions, no scrolls. We can't use hirelings.
Yep.
That sort of things. UMDs, we have a rule for raise. If you have an enhancement that can raise, like say a paladin used to be able to raise or stuff like that.
Undying Call, Paladin Redemption, some of that kind of thing.
You can't use any raise ability unless you are level 9 or higher. And you can only use it while in the quest on people who you are in the quest with. You can't like ask somebody to come into the quest and raise somebody for you. Get him in the party just for that. So
one of the other things about item and gear is that you don't, say, send items to alts to your PD characters, or you don't take part typically and again, some PD rules are different for various guilds, but for Mortal Voyage, you don't run, say, events, so you're not crafting Breezia gear or any of that kind of stuff. And frankly, unless you can buy it from a general vendor in the marketplace or whatever, you're not tweaking out your characters very much.
Yeah, we can't. The only thing we could trade like consumables. Like if you find a potion, you could give it to somebody else. If you find a scroll, you could give it to somebody else. But anything like armor and stuff like that, we can't. After we die, we pretty much sell all that stuff and give the gold to the guild.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the other thing too. There is one kind of exception to the passing on of gear, and that is you can sort of gift it once you die. Basically, people can loot the corpse, right?
Yes, everyone could grab one thing except for something that you designate a heirloom item, and that's something that you could pass on. It's the one thing you could pass on to your next character that you make.
Yep.
You know, so
And
when
that
these
just
level
allows
one-
you to kind of at least have some cool gear
yeah,
out there.
and a memory. It could be like your family sword or something like that. I used to have a set of armor I used to always pass down.
So there's one other concept here too, which is that you're not just doing this to play hardcore, but you're playing hardcore. Typically, and actually it says specifically in the Mortal Voyage rule set, if you are running, you need to run it on Elite at level. So in this case, we're level 7 characters, and that means we can run level 7 quests on Elite, or level 8 quests on hard. But you're not running things on casual, you're not running things on normal, you're basically doing the most challenging stuff you could do at the time.
Yeah, yes. We want it challenging. We want it exciting. We want to feel like, you know, if we mess up, we're dead, and our guy's gone. I think it does create a lot of excitement too. Just the tense, you know, the tension, you know, especially going into quests that you've never done before, which happens sometimes at higher levels. It's like you don't know what's there.
Alright, so as people have noticed, the screen size on our Twitch stream is very small. There's a reason for that, and that is I'm trying to deal with some of the concerns that people have raised in past live streams about video quality. So I'm forcing it into 720p, and apparently what that means is it's running in a really small window. So I think what I'm going to have to do is just quick restart the live stream with after making a change to go back to normal so that people can actually see the window, but that also means it's not going to be on 720p. So it was an effort, I guess, to give this a try and see what happens. But yeah, we'll just sort of go with it. So I really appreciate it. Yep. All right, we are back live. I appreciate everyone. Like I say, I'm trying to deal with some of the concerns because I agree the default stream quality that is being sent out is maybe not as good as I'd like it to be. What we need to do is balance the quality of the stream with the ability of people to actually stream it. You know, the higher quality of the stream, the more your bandwidth has to be in order to actually stream this live and not have constant skipping. So I tried to switch it to 720p using the XSplit settings here, and it basically gave us a tiny little window. And so that wasn't any better than having a slightly blurry, larger screen. So I guess we're just going to have to go with the default here. So back to it. I guess there is one other rule we should talk about with Permadeath, and that is there's an effort to not spoil quests, under the assumption that for some people this is the first time they've run it, and also to just sort of give you a sense that the things your character knows count. It matters what your character has seen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's I had the unique opportunity of joining the guild really early in my DDO career. So, you know, when I joined, I literally knew maybe the harbor, and that was it. And so, you know, you get the opportunity to go in these quests and experience them as they happen. You know, no one's saying, "Hey, stand in this corner, and this guy's going to come out," or "Watch out for this trap." You know, if you don't know the trap's there and you can't spot it, you're going to run into it and die. No one's going to tell you it's there. And that may sound harsh, but that, you know, that rule creates an environment which creates, you know, excitement and fun.
So how do you deal with that, though? Because as a player, you have run this content before. So is it... I mean, you know where the traps are.
It was one of the hardest things for me to do, is to not spoil, like, go, oh, watch out! You know, I'd have to just, like, bite my tongue and, you know, let some things happen.
Right, but you do take care of traps through the normal process.
Yes.
You just sort of don't go out loud. Okay, now everyone stand here. Now everyone go here. Now everyone wait here. You know, that kind of thing. You tend to try to be a bit more natural with this sort of thing.
Yeah, we have a spot man too, like the rogue usually is a spot man. I'll go ahead, Meg.
Yep.
No, yeah, no, I mean that's the key is you have to learn pretty early on is that if you don't have spot, you shouldn't be out in the front, because you are going to miss a trap. You're not going to see mobs, that are hiding. Sometimes, if everyone's ran the quest 100 times, sometimes it feels a little artificial, but the fact is it's a habit. You have to develop that habit of not spoiling. And so, we just keep it strict. And that includes the forums. We don't spoil on the forums. We don't want someone coming on, reading it and then losing the opportunity to experience that in game.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we're ready to get started here. What are we going to run? We're trying to run the Sentinels chain, the House Beneath quest chain, and that means getting through to the first quest here in Searing Heights. We might be joined by another guildie or two as we go along, but just for the interest of getting started here during our lunch stream, I want to get started here. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's talk a little bit about our characters. How do you survive in permadeath play? Actually, I guess I should back up one other thing. I am a permadeath noob, but I am not completely unfamiliar with permadeath. I have run a little bit of permadeath in the past with a different permadeath guild, the Sublime on Thelanis, but it's been, I think the last time I played was 2009, and I never got very far because, as people who watch this live stream know, I am prone to dying. And so I think it was, I can't remember which quest is it that's got that low-level arcane skeleton optional. It's in the harbor, or it's in Korthos now, but at the time it was not. And it was just it took care of me right away. So it was pretty embarrassing, I have to admit. But at the same time, it was a real quick introduction to just the perilous nature of what permadeath can actually be. You can't, if you go into permadeath sort of zerging and running and playing like you might do if you were not in a permadeath guild, you're not going to make it very far. So how far have you made it?
In levels?
Yeah.
My highest guy is 16 that I've gotten to, and I have a couple up there now, and I have one almost to level 17. I have because we do multiple characters a lot because we want to play in parties a lot, and not everybody has the same levels. So sometimes you'll make a guy to start off with a new guy, and so I have like 12 characters.
Yeah. So, on the one hand, I could think of people perhaps saying, well, this is really only an issue until level 9, right? Because as soon as you get raised dead, everything changes and becomes a lot easier. But I don't think that's actually true because the content gets a lot harder.
Yeah, and also we have a limit. We have a limit of how many times you can be raised in our guild. You can only be raised half the number rounded up of your natural constitution score.
Okay.
So if you have a 14 con, then you can only be raised 7 times, and then your guy can't be raised anymore, and he's gone. And we have to mark down every time we be raised. We got to mark in our bio when we died and who raised us, so we know how many times.
And that's really kind of a nod to perhaps the original raised dead ability of the Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, and also when you get raised in the quest, once you get raised, your character has to recall out. He can't complete the quest.
Ah, cool. We have someone ready to join us here. And let me add this person to Skype as well.
I need some help here, Em.
Coming. Got him.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? We are live on the air right now. I appreciate you joining us.
Awesome.
All right, with us is Kriggles, and introduce yourself to the stream here, Krigg.
Hey guys, Kriggles here. Been in Mortal Voyage about 4 years. Love it. Love DDO.
Cool. And we were just talking about just sort of the strategy of permadeath and that at level 9 in particular, and actually even a little bit earlier than level 9 technically, you get raised dead, and how that impacts permadeath play. On the one hand, it allows you to not just die once and be done, although there is a limit, but it also means that you're running more challenging content.
Yep. We can only use the rest shrines, half of them also in a quest.
Yeah. So how does that work with rest shrines? That's something I actually haven't brought up on the stream yet.
You could use the first, every other one. So you can use the first one you find, and then like you can use every other one basically. So half of it. So if you found 3, you could use 2, or if you found 4, you could use 2. Usually the first, the third, the fifth, if it goes that many. If there's only one shrine, you can only use it once, and of course, if there's 2, you only can use one of them.
And that's, I imagine, just to deal with, say, the spell point issue that you might have if you simply had no shrines whatsoever.
Yeah, we did that. We started limiting the shrines because of the echoes. Basically,
Right.
gave us the ability to cast all the time. A lot more than used.
I should mention, Craig, we got into Searing Heights, and we are near the Bargain Bazaar.
Yep, I just noticed that. I'm heading out there right now.
Cool. Someone in chat here is questioning. Let's see, a couple of things here in chat. Do you let people vet 7 themselves to join? The answer to that, I believe, is no. At least in terms of initially joining the guild, you need to start at level 1.
Yes.
But there is a way that you can use vet status eventually, as you've played enough PD, right?
Yeah, if you get your character up to a certain level, I think it's 8.
Yeah, if you get to 8, you can do a vet 4. If you get up to 14 or 15 and die, then you can come back as a 7.
And I imagine that's not only just so that you can perhaps group with the people you like to group with, but also so that you're not perhaps spending an awful lot more time than you would prefer running Korthos Island quests.
Yeah, you tend to run a lot of the lower level quests.
Now,
Yeah.
I should mention here that for the purposes of the live stream, I am cheating a little bit, but I talked to Mortal Voyage before doing this on their forums to kind of work out how this would all go. And the reason we're not running Korthos with me at level 1 is, frankly, there's a lot of that already out on live streaming. So just to provide more interesting content and to show off what Mortal Voyage can do, we decided to let me just this once start using vet status 7. However, I have no gear, so literally the only gear I have is the starter gear that you get at vet level 7. So I'm swinging a starter greatsword here on elite level 7 quest, which might be kind of rough.
I didn't pick up the quest. Someone share it.
I didn't
Okay.
either.
I should be able to share it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Dang
And
it.
we're going in on Elite with a
Yes.
private group.
Yeah,
Let's see. Another question from chat. Does the mandatory death in the Shroud raid count as one of the deaths per life that you're allowed to use, or is that sort of an exception?
At this moment it would, and at this moment also, we haven't come to a ruling on that because usually when you die in a quest and get raised, you gotta leave. And so, yeah, we haven't really run those quests
Yeah,
yet.
that's something we haven't done in Mortal Voyage.
Okay.
That's going to be like a new quest for a lot of us, like something when we go in we've never done before. So it'd be like a version quest.
Yep. I have a limited spell point pool here, but what buffs would people like? I have a protection from evil, night shield.
I'll take fire if you have resist.
Yeah, I do. I don't have it hotbar. Let me get that back in my hotbar.
I like to have fire just as a gem.
Yeah. Oh, how about guild buffs? You know, you guys are a pretty high level guild here. You're level 75. So how does that work?
We don't use guild buffs on our ship.
No, we experimented with them at one time, but we don't use them.
We can use House P buffs if you get them in quest through favor,
Okay.
or anything that you could get through favor. You could use like the House J buffs and all that. And you could actually buy, I guess, things that would be considered magical if you get them from the favor vendors.
Right.
So, hey, Mag, I have heroism if you need that.
Okay, I should be okay, but I may take it when we go to disable.
Okay, let me know.
Do you allow divine intervention buffs for a high-level cleric?
Yes.
So, part of what we're doing today is to show you what it's actually like to run PD, but give people some tips. What's a general quest like for a PD group? PD being shorthand for permadeath.
Really, it all starts out trying to find a scout who can lead the way, because that's something that's real important to us.
Spot is very important, for sure.
I imagine, trap finding in general is very important. Healing is very important. I imagine you see a lot of UMD, perhaps?
Some, yeah. Some we do. Controlling the
Aggro.
And not getting into chaotic situations. You
Yep.
want to. Yeah, we
Yeah, that's
sneak
why
a lot too.
I mean, on average, our quests take at least probably twice as long as maybe a pug would. Just throwing a number out there, but we definitely take it slow and not try to pull the whole dungeon at once.
Right. So, how tough is it when you die? I imagine all of you have stories where you're just sitting there going, no! You work so hard and then something screws up. Either you've got Cordovan in your party or who knows what happens. And then next thing you know, you're all dead. I mean, how do you deal with that?
Well, for me, it helps having a lot of characters, so... but I've been known to lose 2 or 3 in a night also. That really even sucks more.
I'm going to try to hold the archer up top here if I can.
Yeah, the first time I lost my 16 guy, that was really tough. My first 16, but it was really epic too, and it was really exciting. And it was
was that in Giant Hold when you got me killed, or was that a different time?
It was a different time. This was the first time that our guild ever ran the Harbinger Madness quest, and it was at the very last fight. And we didn't know what was going on, and we were fighting, we're doing okay, and all of a sudden everyone started dying. It was like, no, what's going on? No. But,
Nice.
yeah, that was hard, but you get used to it somewhat. You still get mad, especially at higher levels.
Yeah.
Here comes a pirate.
Okay. So people have talked a little bit about, or asking a little bit about my build. Am I a paladin or something? The answer is I'm kind of a strange experimental build. One advantage of knowing that I'm only going to play a character for a little while is I can experiment a little bit. So, for example, in this case, I'm mostly a cleric with 1 level of fighter, largely for proficiencies and a little bit of other things.
There's a sorcerer around the corner.
Okay.
So,
Yes. Yeah.
just
Right.
trying to look for something.
There's a
here.
couple actually, a sorcerer and
Did you want to go
a
through that
pirate,
gate?
too.
Yeah, the gate at all?
Yeah, we can.
Or we could...
Oh, we got some guys aggroed here already on the... Do you have them intimidated?
I could intimidate here, I'll get him.
Okay.
Wait a little bit.
So I guess just to talk a little bit about what I've got going on, I'm trying to use some crowd control to see how that impacts things for permadeath. Things like sap, command,
Shooting.
hold monster. I've got inflame, blindness, cause fear, and I'm a half elf with the bard dilettante, predominantly for the fascinate ability, just to see how that would work.
Frightened shoppers scatter, leaving murderous pirates attack.
And that's there's no shortage of let's say unique builds in Mortal Voyage either. So it's encouraged. So
Right. I mean, it actually, I imagine crowd control really is the key, frankly,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
successful permadeath play, and so you'll see things that you might not otherwise normally see.
exactly.
Which is why I wanted to try out things like SAP and all that too, just to kind of see how it would actually work.
Yeah, we definitely try to take advantage of everything that every class has to offer. I mean, we've tried to take advantage of it.
I've never actually used the half-elf dilettante bard. I imagine for a lot of higher
Incoming.
level content, it's just not really going to cut it. But for lower level stuff, perhaps it might work all right.
Some things are coming. Nice.
I'm
right,
the only,
Burgle.
I'm the only Warforged. I'll be healing myself all day, I guess.
Yeah, I was actually going to see about that. Are you able to self-heal okay?
Yes. Yep.
All right.
Absolutely.
So you were talking,
Incoming.
we were talking a little bit earlier that I was saying, well, what must be the hardest class to play? And so, oh, there we go. Critical hit right off the bat. Oh, no.
The hardest class. Watch out. I'm gonna try intimidate as soon as it's up.
Oh, no. Where are you, Craig?
Got one.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Got some.
Man, my spell points are gone already.
Yeah, so one thing about using like holds and stuff, they suck up the spell points.
Yeah.
Here, come here, buddy.
All right. That was fun.
Yeah.
Live to fight another day.
It's gonna get hard, man. There's cleaves and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I imagine you guys really like your invisibility as well, right?
we use it, but we do sneak
Yep.
and sneak helps shorten the aggro range.
Yep.
You know, so you know, not as many things see you from far away. Can more control the aggro. And sometimes if everyone's sneaking, I could just stand up and everything would come at me first. I'm kind of set for that.
Right.
Incoming.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that didn't stick.
I got him. Just don't stand on the same side as me and you won't get hit by that cleave. Try to like get behind them. I can take the shots pretty good. At least I hope I can.
I've never played a bard too much, so I'm kind of ignoring my fascinate. You know, the trick with fascinate though is it only really procs at the end of the song, and it has a fairly long, I guess, what you might call casting time. So I'm not quite sure how that. I mean, it's not like I'd want to go into a group of mobs and start
Yep.
doing using fascinate. You know?
We
Yeah.
got named and a couple of coming in.
Oh, jeez.
Uh-oh. All right, let's see if I could get him.
Hypnotized.
I got him. Get on a different side as me. Get on behind him or something. Try not to attack on the same. Because if he does a big hit, you'll get hit.
Got him.
I got him intimidated. And try not to go too fast. One of the main rules that we do too is we try not to get too far past the rogue, the spotter.
I suppose that makes sense.
Yeah, so like if you run past him, don't run past like 20 feet in scale or whatever. You know, try to don't run past his spot range.
Yeah, especially, you know, again, we don't want to spoil, but this quest is one of the concerns that they were raising. I was like, man, there's some pretty tough traps in this one here. So
How's it going, Mag?
Good.
Yeah, I'm about on echoes too, guys.
Yeah,
Maybe
when you
we
start
s-
looking.
Yeah, let's see if we can find a shrine.
will Cordovan survive? Place your bets here. I wouldn't want to bet. I would say the odds are, well, we'll see what the odds are.
Okay, we got 3 incoming and a caster.
Uh,
I'm gonna try to get the
That
caster's aggro. Okay, I'm behind a
oh,
building.
he's doing disintegrates. Watch out. Dang it. He's blurry.
I got 2 pirates
Hey,
on
I
me.
got him sapped. Oh, never mind.
I got him killed. He's gonna
So
try killing me.
I'm
He's hurt.
going
He's
okay
on me.
with a tower shield down.
Watch out. No. Don't be doing that.
Whew.
Oh, he's got me with
I got unyielding.
burning blood. That almost took me out. Yeah, that guy was still disintegrate. That was yeah. That was scary. He hit me with one. I saved though.
I bet 9,000 plat Cordovan
I'm gonna need
dies
some help
first.
down here, guys. I got 2
Where are
guys.
you?
Yeah.
Down at the bottom, down on the on the lower level.
Okay. I'll get some intimidates. Got him. Attack him. I'm kind of hurt, so here we get some echoes back. Could throw a cure my way.
Yep.
Knew I should have took that. What's that magic feat that gives me echoes?
Oh, just magical training, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's interesting. I never, I never really thought about say a non-caster taking that feat for that, but I bet in Permadeath that's actually quite useful.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, especially like on a paladin, I don't have it, so I don't get the echoes.
Yeah. Someone's asking in chat here, what's the highest level character in Mortal Voyage? Do you know the answer to that?
18, I think.
Yep.
18.
We did have somebody recently solo to 20, but he's with an asterisk.
Asterisk that he died?
No, I'm not sure about that, but I think
okay.
he's using a. Yeah, I don't know.
It was under the old rule set too, so
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you look now, we've got several, couple 18s, several 17s, couple 16s.
Yeah.
And just to be clear as well, as with most Permadeath guilds, you run just with guildies here.
Exactly. Yep.
Right.
We could only run with other guildies, yeah, because everyone's playing because we have a set rules, and so we don't want to be playing with people who aren't using those rules. And also might not care about, might not play and put us in danger. Also,
Yeah.
we thought about making it harder by adding a non-PD player in each of our parties. That was add an X factor to it, chaos.
Something that reminds me of when every once in a while I'll play a pug group, and we'll get to a chest, and there's some really cool loot in there that someone else has, and I'm like, why aren't they offering that to me? Why won't they give it to me? And then I realize, oh yeah, I'm in a pug.
Right.
Nobody cares about what loot I have.
That's the only place we could share treasures, inside chests. When you open up a chest, we could exchange it inside the chest.
Sure.
Inside the quest
That makes
before we
sense.
pick it up. So we can say, oh, you want that? And so we hand it over to them.
Yeah, that's the most fun part here. It's like a birthday. Get birthday presents.
I actually do have a bow, but I only have my original starter arrows plus a couple of these stacks of 10 that I picked up from breaking these crates.
We can share arrows if anybody has arrows.
Yeah, we'll see if I run out.
I don't have any.
Yeah.
I got my starter arrows. Maybe we'll find some. Actually, there's some arrows over here on the ground.
Well, what do you know?
So are we going through that gate?
that's the goal. But I've tried to shoot that lever and it's not opening, so I have to find another way in there.
No, I mean the gate back here. I think this is where we need to do the...
Gate we passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shrine was just looking good. Trying to see if there's a way
yeah,
I can
I
get in there.
agree.
I hear it.
I don't think we're going to get it, though. I don't think that opens up till after we hit this.
Well, there's a lever there.
See, right there is when somebody would say,
Oh,
that's
yeah, right.
speculation.
Right.
All right, here we go.
Reasonable speculation, though. It's
Clicking.
not opening. This must be the way.
Okay. We need to take this very careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear
I'm
some.
completely on echoes.
Wait a second.
Okay, there is a named up there and a some trash mobs.
Is there any way to pull the trash mobs?
Yes,
Yeah.
see if we can thin them out.
Yeah, I'm gonna bluff.
Yeah, right. I was just gonna say I know bluff is a
Here comes a
great way
pirate.
to great way to deal with some aggro management. So
Yep.
Come here, pirate. So is my intimidate. Seems to be working quite well.
this sap is actually working out pretty well in my favor here too.
Oh,
I mean, it's not that useful when you're beating on a mob, although it does prevent at least one attack.
All right. I see a shooter. I'm gonna bluff him and then go way back. Hopefully, make him come back to me.
Whoa, I just got
yeah,
tagged.
plus come.
Oh,
Big time.
3 balls. Oh, caster.
Where is he?
He's out here. He's out here.
I see him.
Where is he? Sharpshooter. I'm gonna chase him towards you guys. That's not our ice, is it? No.
No,
No.
that's the.
the sorcerer.
Get
No.
get him. Heal yourself.
Oh,
Let's. That's
crap.
I got him.
And there
Looks
is
like your
the
ghost
life
for the
story
rest
of
the broadcast.
Golmoggalog.
We'll try to find a shrine. I don't know.
But I can't use the shrine, right?
No,
So at this point, then,
but we could probably maybe you'll have something we could loot.
well, I've got starter gear. I've got some arrows.
Yeah, what? Oh, there's that Sork.
Yeah, she surprised
But hey,
us.
that's all right though. You know, I knew this might happen. It was Ice Storm. You know, I was trying to beat down that sorcerer and just couldn't go toe to toe. I didn't have spell points, so I didn't have resistances up, and that was
Unyielding,
that, so.
unyielding sovereignty. You still have that?
I do actually. I was getting ready to cast it when I took that last hit. So
Yeah, Sorks, man, they're
yeah.
really deadly.
Yeah.
This-
So one thing we might do here, just for the purposes of the live stream, is perhaps I will res just so that we have a good visual, and then I will not participate in the quest. I'll basically be a camera for you guys for the next 20 minutes or so, if that's all right.
Sure.
Sure.
So, it looks like it's just the name left up there.
Yeah.
So what I could do is try to pull aggro, and then go get behind that pillar, and see if maybe you guys can hit him as he's running down.
What is he? Does he look like a fighter or a caster?
He
Nakar Bright Edge. He's a fighter. Okay.
Okay. I turned on.
Is he by himself?
he is
I
by
drank-
himself, so
I
maybe you
drank a
should
small
pull aggro.
pot and turned on some meta magic. So let's. I can blast him.
Okay, let me have a pot. All right. Healing. Yeah, try or I could. I want the
Yeah.
aggro on me anyways. I could.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Loot my DDO card. My DDO card actually can't be looted. That's one of the Mournlander cards that I got. So, because I was actually a member of Mournlands.
Oh, he's rubber banding. We're gonna have to
Oh no!
Dang it.
Just
just
wasted
cast
a
at him.
third of my spell points on him.
Oh. All right, I'm going in.
Yeah, it looks like we're clear, so it should be okay. Oh, he's going right to Kriggles.
No,
I got
somebody else.
intimidated.
Hopefully.
I got him.
Actually, Krell, I should mention that I asked
Ah.
Mortal Voyage
Oh,
about
no.
that earlier.
Tripped.
They don't do the
Ouch.
anniversary card trading event, mostly because they don't use extra gear that you would get from the event.
Got him
I
again.
suppose there's an argument to be made that you could simply add it to your image gallery since that's visual only. But predominantly there has just been
Oh, it's
no,
hitting you, Kriegels. You have a fighter on you.
Yes, I do.
no use of that. So
There. I think I can intimidate again. There.
Okay.
All right.
I'm really bummed I died. Actually, I thought I could. So I suppose that's the famous last words. I thought I could handle it, you know. But yep,
Yeah. Rule number one on the cleric is make sure you got yourself healed up.
yep. Well, it was that ice storm was just hitting me too
Yeah.
hard here. So.
Oh, there's got lots of arrows now though.
Yeah, right.
Pretty nice dagger for you there, Mag. I don't know if you can use daggers.
Yep,
Or if you
think I do.
It's a nice, yeah.
Let's see what
Ever-bright.
it says here. Actually, it looks like it was the Force Missile. Basically hit me 13, 13, and 14, so
Yeah, that's
40 points of damage right off the bat there, after an ice storm hit me for a bunch of damage as well. So,
This guy's a jerk.
looks like that was just enough to basically take about half my hit point bar within a few seconds. So, and that's how you die in permadeath.
Yep.
Yeah, with casters, if you don't know who has aggro, you're almost better to just run and get behind something until you figure out who does have aggro.
Oh yeah, another thing too. When someone dies, to get their stuff, we got to get their stone and bring it to the red shrine, and then we can loot their body. And we also have to have their stone in possession to be able to raise them. And so, like, if it falls into like a pit of lava,
A
or
lava
something,
pit. Yeah.
it could be gone.
Yeah. You
Right.
don't want to
We
die
have
in a pit of
raids.
lava.
So the person casting the raids has to have the stone. It's the equivalent of having their body there to raise.
Sure. So, for those who are watching the live stream here and might be interested in finding out more about Mortal Voyage, how should they get started? How can they go about joining you guys?
Well, step one is go to mortalvoyage.com. That's our guild site. Very active. We've got all the rules posted on the website. That would be the first place that I would head to.
Sure.
Read the rules, and then sign up for our forum. There's a link to our forum, and then sign up on our forum, and then go on to game and try getting a hold of an officer.
Bring in a pirate.
And of course, it does have to be level 1 and a character that you have not played non-permadeath before.
Yep. Yes. Level 1.
So, in other words, probably if you want to join Mortal Voyage, it's best to read the rules and do the join.
Sorry.
And then roll up your character once you kind of understand what the rules are on that.
Yep, exactly. And the thing is, you're gonna have more than one character. So, I suggest roll something up that you like playing. Don't spend a week trying to decide what your character's gonna be, because you're gonna end up rolling another one in 3 hours.
Right, there's that harsh reality where it's like everyone may go and say, hey, I'm going to start permadeath and never die, but the reality is you probably are going to die quite a bit until you really truly get the hang of permadeath here.
Nobody ever comes in and not die.
Yeah.
It's never happened. No matter how good. They say, well, I have a true reincarnated guy I've done 15 times or whatever. And they're usually sometimes take the longest to get used to our play style because they're so used to playing a certain way that dies a lot.
Someone asked in chat, in general, do most Mortal Voyage players have non-permadeath characters that they play in addition to their permadeath characters? So do you switch between permadeath and non-permadeath?
I would say not very many. I mean, when you start playing Mortal Voyage, it's so different and it's so awesome that I rarely will go back to a pug group or to some other non-Mortal Voyage group.
I do have some, but
yeah, but I don't think. I think the core of Mortal Voyage plays majority definitely in Mortal Voyage.
Yeah. Right. The only time I go outside is when I come to Mortal Voyage and nobody's on, and I don't want to play by myself. I might go and
and sometimes maybe you want to run the new epic level content or whatever. And all
exactly.
That too, so
I have a guy for that. Storm horns and all that, which is neat.
Yeah, I do that,
so
and then I get mad because nobody wants to share their loot with me. So, so I go back to Mortal Voyage.
So, when your character does die, I mean, you delete that character, right? I mean, after the people in the party have perhaps taken their loot and you've mailed your heirloom item to whoever your next PD character is, you delete that character. generally. Although I know some PD guilds allow that character to continue to be played outside of, say, the permanent.
Yeah,
guild, you
he
know,
just has to
if you
leave the
wanted to.
guild.
Yeah.
He just has to leave the guild, and that's he doesn't have to delete him. He could do whatever he wants,
Sure,
with
sure.
him afterwards. But he just can't be in the guild anymore and can't play in our permadeath.
Yep.
So
Someone said, so you basically go into quests of higher level with level 4s and in teams of 2? No, that's actually not the case. There's a specific rule in the Mortal Voyage Permadeath guild, which is similar to what I see in most Permadeath guilds, which is you're running at-level content on the highest difficulty you can. Mortal Voyage has a rule where you can... we're level 7, so we're running level 7 quests on Elite. We could also run level 8 quests on Hard, as I understand it. But that's the extent of sort of what you're running. So you're not, say, running level 10 content, nor are you running level 4 content.
yeah, we'll always be 2 levels under the max level of the quest.
Where'd you guys go? Are you back?
After
I think
after
we had
Yeah.
an optional. We had to.
So
Yeah.
We
the
missed something up here.
Where did
fun
you go?
part of this is I haven't rogued this before. I'm usually following people around.
Oh, hold on a second. Did you guys get that? There's a lever up.
Oh, is there a lever up there? Okay.
That's where it's at.
So speaking of duos, we do once or twice a year we have a duo tournament, which is pretty fun. So you a duo permadeath tournament. So you pick a partner and we'll lay out some quests that everybody has to run and see how far everybody gets.
The gauntlet, and whoever lasts the longest wins.
Yep, that's fun.
So you basically just go in as a pair and don't help each other out? Is that how it works?
No, you help each other. It's just you and one other person. It's just a bunch of pairs. Yeah, you're a team.
Oh, okay. So you're a team against other teams.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right. So what, spies in the house on Elite?
We had spies in the house at one point, but I don't think anyone made it through that one.
I bet not. I was actually thinking about that.
Yep.
That must be one of the harder quests.
Because we come in at 4 and
Yeah.
we can't level.
Right. Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
And so we stay at level 4 through the whole thing, and we go through STK.
You got incoming. I think they're just patrolling. I don't think they've seen us yet.
Well, yeah, never mind. Again, it's hard because you get so used to playing non-PD, you get used to sort of spoiling and saying, oh, I know what's coming next, but that really is a faux pas here, so...
Okay, I'm going to bluff this pirate.
Look at him.
It would be really interesting to see, and I don't know the answer to this. Do you know, is there a, say, completionist in any of the PD guilds you're aware of? I don't know.
There was, what was his name?
Oh, did you
Mar.
shrine Kriggles?
Mar was a
No,
completionist.
I drank a
outside.
pot right before I saw this shrine.
Okay.
Mar had a completionist character, but not in PD.
Oh,
No
okay.
one's ever really made it. No one ever true reincarnated in MV, anyways.
Yeah. I'd be curious to see if that were, if someone out there could actually do it. That would be quite the accomplishment.
Yeah, it's hard to do it. It's hard to do it by yourself. Eventually you need a party, so you need a group of people
Yeah,
to do it
yeah.
together.
And with our rules,
It's
only
hard.
partying within the guild, yeah, it's difficult to do that.
What about raiding? Someone's asking in chat. Do you guys do much raiding?
Skirmisher coming.
Oh yeah, we've completed Chronoscope, Tempest Spine.
We had some attempts on
we did,
the Dragon Raid.
Yeah, we've got to
Vaughn.
the end of Vaughn,
Yep.
and we went into the fight. The big guy, and that, of course, especially with our raise rules, and well, some
Okay, here
people
comes
got
a
it.
archer. Hopefully not. Hopefully not the Sork. There's another Sork back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one if you have to leave when you get raised, because everybody dies in that quest.
Yeah, I bet.
A lot of the times people die and they get raised and you can continue, but when we play, if we die against a dragon and get raised, you gotta leave.
Yeah.
So it's a little different. You can't die.
All right. Hold on a second. Let me see what I'm going to do here.
All right, I'm going to take a quick break from the stream. I mean, we'll still go on, but I'm I'm going to be handing out some turbine points in the stream here. So what I'm basically doing is picking random people who are in the chat, and I'm going to message them with a turbine point code. If you get one of these turbine point codes, you can enter it in the DDO store in-game. What you'll do is basically open up the DDO store, click Add Points. There's a box there to redeem your code, and just go ahead and do that. So, good luck. Next time, I'm just sort of randomly picking names from the chat room. So, say hello if you want to be added as a possible.
So,
I'll
I
get
can
his
take-
aggro.
you're going
I'll
to take
get his
aggro?
I'll get his aggro, and you guys beat on him for a while. He's trying to get me.
Yep. Yep. I
Alright.
got lots of spell points now, so.
Oh, did you rest? I didn't
No,
rest.
no, I didn't rest. I
Oh, okay.
took a pot right before I saw that shrine.
Yeah,
So.
that's another thing. When we rest, we have to rest together. If you don't rest, you use it or lose it.
Okay. And this, is it only the first shrine you encounter, or is it just one shrine that of your choosing sort of throughout
Of your
the game?
choosing.
Okay.
Of your choosing. So we could not use the first one, we could use the second one we find, as long as we haven't used one yet.
Sure. But you do it essentially as a group, decide this is the one we're going to use. And,
Yes.
and
Yep.
do it
Exactly.
that way.
And we all have to do it together. If you don't, then you just... Some people don't. They don't have to shrine for whatever reason. And they
Right.
Hold on, we got a patrol. Hold on,
They
patrol
spotted
saw
us.
you. So let's go. Oh crap!
Oh,
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah. Come back,
saw
come back,
me.
come back. The Sork did not see you, so let's go back and
The archer might have saw me.
get the archers here.
It's alright. I can
Come back
blast.
here.
There's another Sork down on the ground, so we got to make sure we pull her back.
If the archer comes, I'm going to chase him this direction.
Let me
Gets
see if
close
he's
enough.
moving.
Here they are,
He
here
is.
they
Here
are.
he comes. Wait,
Hold on a
Let's
second.
shoot through the wall.
Yeah, wait. When he comes closer, I'm going to go get him.
Someone else asked in chat, what about giving up? Like, let's say you did go into a quest, let's say Spies in the House on Elite, and you don't really know the quest, and then you're in there and you just sit there going, you know, there is no way in heck we're ever going to get past this thing.
Recall.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
you are able to sort of say, you know what, let's live to fight another day and sort of
Absolutely.
recall out of the quest before
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you all
you
die.
got to recall, though. You can't just,
Yeah.
shut
Yeah,
the
and,
computer
and that's
off.
how we approach a lot of the new higher level quests, right? And we have no idea on some of these, so we go in, we take it slow. If we see that it's getting, this is just no way this is going to end good,
Yeah, right.
then we'll recall and try another day with maybe a different party makeup or
Yeah, we'll form
Something.
scouting parties. Scout this quest we've never done before. Send them in, not really expecting to accomplish. That's how we did Coronoscope first couple times.
Here
So
comes
tell me,
another
that's a
archer.
term that I don't know if everyone really knows about. What do you mean by a scout in Permadeath here? What does a scout do? Is it literally just sort of figure out what's ahead and not grab the aggro?
Yeah, and he also controls. He's almost like the conductor of the party. Sometimes it's like he'll go up ahead. He'll decide what he's going to pull back. He'll find the traps, and tell us what he sees. Because sometimes he could see things invisible and whatnot that we have no idea is there.
Okay, I shot that archer
Hidden creatures.
to bring him back.
Okay.
that Sork is still standing around the
Yeah,
corner.
yeah. Just make sure we don't get too close to her.
Yeah. If he gets past his door, I'll. Where is he?
Do you have?
That's Sork.
I have a wand with resist imp.
Give me
before we
fire.
attack her. Okay.
Give me fire and acid. Because they did burning blood on me earlier, and that hurt. That hurt bad. Almost killed me. Had to use 2 lay on hands.
I'll give you the same, Craig.
Thank you. I did see I had a wand also.
Come on, Archer. Here he
Someone
comes.
in chat is wondering basically whether ranged is a preferred playstyle in Permadeath in general. Just because you don't have to go toe-to-toe, one big advantage of range is that you're not necessarily being hit. Do you find that there's more ranged attacking going on as a group?
I would think it's pretty even, actually. I mean, some people like me. I like playing ranged characters, but we still got a lot of guys who board and sword, and that's their preference.
Yeah.
I like to be in the middle of things.
Yeah.
I like to keep, because they're handy too, especially for range and sneak attackers, people who could get the aggro, like Intimidate, because it holds them from from other characters like the Sork and the Archer from getting chased and running around in circles. And they could concentrate on casting.
Yeah, for sure.
So are you going to shoot her, Imp, or how are you
Yeah,
going to pull her?
let's do it. I got all my meta magics up, so let's take her out.
Ah, sure.
Acid.
She's on me, yeah.
All right, can you maybe get her to come back so we don't pull that other one?
There you go. Ice Storm.
Yeah. I'm going to get her to come back towards me.
Oh, boy.
One more.
There.
One more.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
no.
No.
Like,
Oh, no. Come on. Oh, man, those meta magics eat through spell points like nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I learned just, from my initial playthrough here is I burned through my spell points way early.
Yeah.
And I really should have been saving those things.
that's why when you do like a character that has like is doing the crowd control enchantment, you want to make sure you're doing all you can to build them so they work. So you're gonna give it the best possibility. Like if I'm gonna have a spellcasting cleric, I usually have the highest wisdom as I possibly can. Maybe even put some focus in the spells that I'm gonna be casting the most. Because it stinks casting a spell and it not working.
Yep.
If you're gonna use it, make sure it's gonna stick.
Yeah, I could shrine now if you want, Mag.
It's up to you, Craigs. I mean, I'm good.
Yeah,
let's
that's fine.
shrine.
I just blew through all my points, so that's good. Let's do it.
And just for those who are joining late, I've already died. No big surprise. I was basically taken out by one of the sorcerers, which, as you just saw, can be pretty deadly. So I am doing what we would not normally do in permadeath for the purposes of the live stream here, and I am back alive, but I'm basically just being a camera for the live stream here. So
And we're
I'm not actually
continuing
participating in the quest.
without our cleric.
Yep.
Which is okay. I got
Okay. There's something called a spell slicer to the right
Oh, that
and under
sounds
that
fun.
bridge.
Okay.
And then we've got the Sork right directly below us, and then a pirate. I'm going to bluff the pirate.
Ooh, I see another shrine too. That's good news.
Yep. I'm sure.
Okay, so that pirate is going to take the long run up to us.
Yeah, we'll see which way he goes. Okay, so there's a ramp over there.
So the thing about building characters in PD is you usually want to build something really durable when you first start. So you don't want to build a rogue. You want to build like a paladin or something just to learn how to play, and then as you get better, you start to build things that don't actually make any sense in PD but are just fun. But you got to give yourself time to die several times and learn how to play.
Mm-hmm.
Before you say, "Oh, this is too hard," or I'm giving up. I mean, it is super challenging, but once you get into it, it's great. It's a lot of fun.
Here's a question. Do you guys allow guildies to join mid-quest, typically?
As long as you have not shrined, you can join the quest.
Okay.
Yeah, once we shrine and no one else can come in. Like right now, no one else can come in.
Right.
So here's what I'm thinking. I'd rather pull that Sork's aggro now than to go further down and have her surprise us like the last one.
Which one?
Directly below us.
Is that the only one? Oh, it's
That's-
directly below us?
Yeah,
I
I mean,
see-
from here I can see her down on the ground.
Underneath the bridge? Or
Nope, not that one. To the left
Oh.
here. Turn around. I'm
I see
surprised
cra-
she's actually.
Oh,
not
I see.
here.
I see.
Oh. Or
Yeah, well, we need to make sure we've got a retreat area to run through.
yeah, that's what I was thinking about dropping down, but
No.
Yeah. Even non-PD, that could be the part.
Yeah, go ahead, go
Yeah.
ahead, and let's see what we can get. See if we can get her to come.
Yeah,
All right.
I
We're gonna
can.
need-
Oh, go ahead.
I can
Oh,
hit her
nice.
with a scorching ray here.
Yeah, give her a blast.
Light her up.
All right, there we go. And she's off.
She's
Okay,
probably on
she's
you.
Yeah, she's on
Casting
you.
acid.
Acids. And that was looks like a frost lance. Watch out, her frost lance is. Yeah.
Those things are scary when they come flying at you.
Yeah. Oh, it's an
The
archer.
archers are staying
Saw
still.
me.
That's fine. Oh, he's moving.
So here's a question. Death Pact, the cleric spell. How do you guys deal with that?
Oh, where the cleric can raise up.
Yeah.
We could use it, and basically all it would do though it'd save the cleric, but he would have to leave afterwards because it's
Right.
considered a raised dead. Resurrections we have like true resurrections. If you could do a true resurrection, actually, the person you true resurrect can stay in the quest.
Okay.
So
But it would still count as a death for the purposes of
Yes.
your total death limit on a character.
Yeah, all deaths
Yeah.
count.
Yeah. No, I actually, one other thing, I realize that, DDO is a perfect game and there is no such thing as lag, but there is also such a thing as lag. So how do you deal with the occasional death that you might run into for something that's beyond your control? Maybe perhaps griefing, for the few times we've had an ability that could be used in a public area, or a physics issue or something like that you might run into.
We got a archer to the right there.
We have a thing. If you truly believe you died because of lag, like that's the reason why you died, and you weren't gonna die otherwise, we have a thing called an exceptional death where we could put it in the form, explain how we died, and we gotta submit a ticket if you think that's what it was, like a real glitch or a lag spike.
Yeah, but you only get one of those per character life, though. So
Right.
usually, you'd want to save something like that for a higher level. So if you lagged out on a level 3 character, probably just re-roll rather than using your one exceptional life exemption or
Right.
exemption there.
Yeah, for me though, I've had like 12. I've been in here for like over 3 years, and I could count probably on, one hand, if not less than one hand, how many times I died from lag death. Doesn't
I'm
happen.
sure our engineers would love to hear that.
Yeah, it usually doesn't have it. We used to get a lot of falling bug deaths, but
Yeah.
that seems to be a lot better lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple times that happened. I was like, what? It was just one little step out in Sea Hills.
You
How
get
did I
1,000
die?
falling damage or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but that hasn't happened in
Okay.
a very long time.
But in general, I guess the answer to that question is, you don't have to really worry about permadeathers gaming the system, because who are you really hurting there?
Yeah, you're in it for
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, exactly. You're doing it because you want to,
Mhm.
not because you have to. So,
Right.
so it's not like there's really much reason to trick, other than perhaps bragging rights on character level. But then, what kind of real accomplishment is that?
Exactly.
So,
Yep.
So
It's all about the quest, too. The quest that you're on. A lot of people outside the guild look forward. They're trying to get to end game as fast as possible, and there's a lot of, go, go, go. And we just want to experience and have fun in the quest as we are doing it, and experience all the little things.
So the spirit caller's right there. He may actually hear you out. Thinking what I could do is shoot him and then come back here and hide here. And as he's running down, hopefully Kriggs can blast him.
Yep, he heard me. He has a question mark. So he's moving.
He's coming. Okay. He's not coming, but he's curious.
He's curious.
Oh, that actually worked out pretty well for us.
Actually, there were some changes with which update was it now that had the changes to sneaking? Was that 20?
He's on a patrol
Yeah.
now.
20,
So
I think. I bet that's made a difference where you can sort of see the tells of, say, listening and
yep.
that sort of thing.
That
It's kind of
part I
nice.
liked. Was cool, but they did one thing that really kind of hurt our play style. Was
all right,
an
he's
archer
coming.
can shoot into a group and just pull one thing. The whole group wouldn't come anymore, and so it became a lot easier.
I should have its aggro.
Really, I didn't realize that change happened. That's in the game right now.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. So if you ping, 3 guys standing next to each other, only one will come after you. They won't tell each other that, hey, I got hit.
Yeah.
Come with me. They
And
don't
we used to
communicate.
have to use our skills and use different sight pools and other tricky things to get them. And now it's just all it is that someone with a bow can just pull one thing at a time. And that kind of made
Casters
things
down.
really hard for us to adjust to make the game harder.
I'm going to. I mean, yeah, I would need to check with our development team, but I'm going to assume that that's not exactly working as intended. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that perhaps change at some point.
That would be one of the most awesome things.
That would be cool.
For us, that would happen is if they change that, because that actually turns some people off to playing anymore.
Yeah. Only because that doesn't really make sense according to our aggro rules. So I suspect that might be a bug.
Yeah, that would
Danger?
be awesome if that change happened.
You need heroism.
Nope,
I
found it.
found it okay.
Yeah. How's your disabled? Are you
Let me
comfortable with
look
that?
here. I mean, it should be good,
How about I just give it to you and not
but
ask?
yeah, I
There
was
you go.
gonna say I don't want to blow up.
Just in case. Some more hit points.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Yeah.
There is some guys around the corner here. I'm just gonna sneak up and see if I can activate them before I mess with this, because I think I come out of. Well, no, maybe you don't come out of sneak anymore after disabling. All right, here we go. Oh, roll to 1. That's gonna be interesting.
Oh no, really? You
Yeah.
broke the trap box there?
Broke
Yeah.
the trap
Oh my
box.
gosh.
What you gonna do?
So
Do we not need to go that way? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't
Is there another way
know.
we can go?
If there's a way to find the trap, I'd have the rogue do it.
all right, hold on. I don't
There's
like
two
these
levers.
guys hanging out right here. It's really, yeah, it's kind of lame. Like I can shoot at them, I can look at them, they can see me, but uh-oh.
Yeah, he's not active yet. Oh, you fell down. Is there anything down
Yeah.
there?
Not that I, looks like not right here. That sneak,
Well, you got to get close enough to him to activate him. He's one of those.
yeah.
So someone asked in terms of why you recall out after you die. Is that so that you don't get quest XP?
Well, we're trying to assimilate also, that, and to PMP play. You know, in Dungeons and Dragons, the board game. The role-playing game. When you die, when the character is raised, there's like a period of time where he can't do nothing.
Right.
Yeah, he's recuperating from the tragedy of dying, you know, and so that's our way of assimilating that. You died, you got raised, you're really weak, you just died, and
Here we go.
you can't do nothing, so you gotta
Yeah.
leave the quest. There's our way of assimilating a rule that's in the pen and paper. At least the second edition, I know.
Yeah, I mean it depends on which edition on that too. But there's always been something. Typically people once they're dead, they're dead.
And that's the same thing with the Constitution thing on how many times you can be raised.
Right.
In Dungeons and Dragons, you can be raised as many times as you have Constitution if you make the system shock roll or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Resurrection swap.
So another question: what are the typical play hours for Mortal Voyage? Are there like certain time zones or times of day or week that you guys tend to most often get together?
Well, we have. I mean, the bulk of our group is in the United States, right? So a lot of guys in Pacific time zone, a lot of guys in Eastern time zone, but we have a bunch of guys in Europe and some in Australia also. So you log on any time of the day, and there's a decent chance somebody will be on.
Sure.
But after 9 Eastern or 6 Pacific time, it's usually pretty packed. It's parties.
Cool.
That's our main. It's always
Yeah, I mean, it's not unusual. Log in, and you got 20, 25 guys on.
Very cool. And you guys have been around for how long? Do you know?
2007.
Wow.
I think it was November 2007. I think that's when the guild was created.
One of the longest running Permadeath guilds. I mean, I know the few that I know of, Mortal Voyage, there's Sublime on Thelanis, Extreme Explorers on Cirlana, and some others too. I hate to not just forget someone.
Yep.
Do you know of any others that maybe we should bring up that are on other servers? That you could
Did
think
you say
of?
the core?
No, I did not say the core. Yeah. What server are they on? Do you know?
I'm not sure what server
Not
they
sure.
are on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. But long and short of it is, if you're interested in permadeath, it doesn't necessarily matter what server you're on. Of course, Mortal Voyage is on Argonnessen, and they'd love to have you here, I'm sure. But if you play on other servers as well, there are typically at least one permadeath guild on just about every server.
What'd you do?
But like I say, some permadeath guilds have a little bit different rule sets. Some allow various things that others do not. It really is just a matter of sort of whatever the group wants to do. So, if you're interested, you could kind of shop around a little bit to see what the rule sets are and what maybe fits best with what you're looking for.
So when I search, I see lines go under the ground, but I'm not seeing
That's
holes or.
that's typical of those blade traps. You can never see those.
Okay.
The ones that come up and do the blender.
So here's what I'm hoping is maybe I can get up on top of that house.
There's a lever right there too.
Yeah. So I want to get on top of the house and throw the lever.
Okay. Is it? Well, that's you. Can you go? Oh, there you go.
There
You
go.
were standing on
Do it
the
from there.
lever.
Yeah, do it from there.
Yeah, just
Right
trying
there.
to not slide.
Oh,
Right.
you're sliding. There you go. Look at that.
I just don't know if I'm really off the ground. You can never tell when you're in like
You're
that.
off the ground on my screen.
All right.
Right there. Do it from there if you can.
There goes my
You can reach
virtue and stuff. Yeah, one thing I learned pretty quickly about being a rogue in this is you can't rush it.
Yeah, I bet.
All right, I'm gonna have to do it from here.
Do it.
Everyone back? Okay, here we go.
I got your back. Way back here.
All right, it looks like that dropped it.
Yeah. And that
Um,
that target lever that's above the door,
yeah.
that's usually meant for opening the door. Since the door is open, let's just ignore it.
Okay. We switch back to.
And
What do you guys? What's your in this quest in particular? And again, this is a bit of a spoiler, but this quest in particular has optionals, and I bring that up only because
Danger?
how do you guys usually deal with sort of the optional question? Do you typically run all the quest, or is it just till completion and then decide sort of whether you want to or not?
we generally like to do everything. All of it. And
Yeah.
we generally like to kill everything if that we can and do all of it. Sometimes
There's no
there's
hard set
exceptions.
rule on that, though. Yeah, there's no hard set rule. I mean, if some optionals and some quests take a ridiculous amount of extra time, and we may just decide not to do the optionals.
Sure.
But
I found it. Can I have heroism again, Craig?
yes.
Some may be
Sounds like
meant
I'd
for
do
higher
that.
level characters, and we're just like, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Though I always like to at least explore them once. Like the other day, we wanted to explore the optionals in Tor, and that didn't end well.
Incoming?
I'm just thinking. I mean, think about something like, say, Red Fens, where there's some very extreme challenge sort of optionals and stuff in that quest. How you would approach something like that.
Oh, yeah, we'd look at it. We would explore.
Another
it.
incoming?
And sometimes we'll try it, and sometimes we just gauge.
Yeah, and that's the
it-
thing.
what
We like an adventure, but we're not suicidal, right?
Is that worth going up against for possibly nothing, or just a couple trinkets? Yeah.
Right.
So, Jerry, this is. Are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So, this is a good example right here. If you look down this hallway here, we've got two guys, right?
Yep.
So, in the old, aggro mechanic, if I shot one guy, the other guy's going to come with him,
Yeah, right.
right? So here, The other one's kind of a dummy. He's like, "Oh, you got hit. Good luck with that."
Yeah.
I see.
And he just stands there. He might hear something and move towards it.
I'll have to when it's hard to look some of these things up. When I'm on the middle of a live stream. But when I'll take a look at that this afternoon and see what's the deal with that.
Oh, that was close.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
And another thing I don't know if it's meant was the paralyzing arrows for AA meant to paralyze everything? Or has that changed
I don't know
recently?
the answer to that. Sorry, I don't know. I mean, I know Arcane Archer's got some real powerful stuff, but I can't speak as to what
I'm
the
hating on my
intention is.
favorite character.
I don't mind the paralyzing, but when I see them getting like paralyzing, like say like earth elementals, well, not even that, like golems,
Slime.
slimes, and undeads, everything that it hits, it's kind of like I'm like I don't know if paralyzing.
I think it's fun. I like smashing green snow globes.
That's a good question. I don't actually know the answer to that. I'd have to look it up.
Is he coming?
The Duergar is the only one
Not
that seems
coming.
to not.
Someone asked in chat, are there any plans to raise the shard of spell storing the shard of the ring of spell storing drop rate? This person editorializes a bit, saying it isn't rational that 0 to 2 shards drop every year. It is a little more than that.
Uh-oh.
Not
Oop, that
really
gate went up.
0 to 2 optionals per year, or drops per year, but it is definitely rare, and that is intended. So.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Any traps?
Not so far, but I definitely don't want to get stuck in here if
Hit the one with the. I don't know which one. There's 2 targets up there.
I mean, there's the one
One is-
above the gem, and then the one
Yeah.
to the right. So,
Usually it's the gem that opens things.
yeah, we'll give it a shot.
I just hope it doesn't kill us.
Right, exactly. Okay. Oh, I may have just shot. Oh, really?
Shot both of them?
Yeah, might accidentally clicked it again, I guess.
Oops.
Well, okay. Hopefully this box here had something to do with it.
Right? And yeah, we didn't die today. Yay.
There's a
If I
source.
had to guess, someone asked in chat, what would I say is the lowest item drop rate in the entire game? I don't know. Certainly the Ring of Spell Storing has got to be up there. The Shard for it. Certainly the Bloodstone is still quite a really rare one.
Okay, I got aggro.
Plus 6 tomes.
That's
I
pretty
don't know. Have we seen any of those yet?
I haven't.
All right. The skirmisher is active now. I'm going to bluff him.
That'd be quite the treat.
Here he comes.
He's milfed.
I'll get him.
And I'm on
But yeah,
heels.
I'd say that's got to be up there. That Ring of Spell Storing Shard. It does have to be up there.
All right. Let me show you up, then.
I got.
Oh, I need to start melfing more
Here, I
guys. I
gotta
forget
push.
it's only 6
There.
spell points.
Yeah.
That's
a
a
good
good
one.
deal.
Alrighty then.
Okay, there's a there is a Sork up there. Let me see if there's anything else with her. I don't see anything else.
It's got to be safe then, right?
Right? So, hold on, Emp. Let me put resist on you again.
Yeah, give me one of the fire and acids. Oh, no cold too if you can handle it. I mean, if you have charges.
Keldar?
They seem to be doing that ice storm.
Keldar, if you have 4 Bloodstones, you're nuts. I've been playing since 2006 and I've never pulled a Bloodstone. I have a couple, just because fellow guildies have been nice to me, but I've never seen one drop.
Is that the one with the hit points and the blur?
I know the Bloodstone's the one that's a +6 Seeker. It's been outclassed,
Oh,
by some of the other higher level loot and all that nowadays.
yeah,
but at
yeah.
the time, it was very, very much a desirable item.
Oh, that's the one out. People used to farm out in the desert for that, right?
Yep, yep. Someone asks, what happened to the bacon forums? Unfortunately, I woke up this morning and someone ate them. I don't know what
Ouch.
happened. I guess just what happens with bacon. They don't last more than 24 hours. But I'm sure it has nothing to do with the...
Okay, she's melted
end of April
and
1st.
chasing
On you.
me.
I'll get her. Back on me. There. Get her, attack her. Before she kills me.
Burn.
Thank you. And
There we go.
that could have been bad.
I should have been using this spell earlier.
Alright. She's out of the way. I should be clear sailing from now on.
You should get someone, Cordovan, to make the button of winning something toggleable that displays on turbine character appearances. Not quite sure what you mean there, but yes, that button of winning is pretty awesome. I don't have any on this character, but I have picked up a couple. It's for those who don't know what that is. That was a April Fool's item that made an appearance last year and again this year. It's an activation. You press it, and someone says, "You win, DDO." It's pretty great. So.
I want one.
Was it? Oh yeah, it can only. Yeah, Tolero it says hi, by the way, and you can only purchase it if you're a winner. So
So, Master Blaster is up here. From,
Master Blaster.
Mad Max, yeah.
1 man, 2 man enter, 1 man leave.
I know.
So you work with Tolero? She's one of my favorite DDO personalities.
Yes. Hey Tolero, you want to wave to the camera here?
Wave.
Let me,
Yep.
I guess
Yeah.
sneak in, see if we can activate
Right.
it.
Someone asked if that was you. Well, I died already in Permadeath, but
Hold on. I wanna,
we're running through the
Here he
Bargain
comes.
Blood. Yep.
oh, here he comes.
He's on me.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Take that, Master Blaster.
Oh,
guys
something
can
gonna
do
run the back of him.
Don't
Okay,
stand on
Mel.
the same side as me as you
I
can.
got a Melft.
Oh.
So Emperor, how are you? You're basically intimitanking it at this point. Right?
Yes. Oof, that jerk. He knocked me down.
Burn.
Yeah, I'm just trying to... Ow, dang it. Guess I should have kept my shield up.
We got incoming. I think there's a Spirit Caller in the back. He's not
Ah.
active.
Jerk.
Something's
No.
shooting. Oh, it's an archer shooting on me.
See if I can get him.
Melfs is taking good.
Is he on you, Em?
Yep, right now he is.
Because he looks like he's following me.
He's gonna try knocking me over here pretty soon.
Dang it.
Now he's probably on someone else. There, I got him. Ah, jerk.
Watch yourself. Oh, watch it, Amp.
Got it. Take him
Kolos,
out.
is the sort of DDO store team a shared team or DDO specific? There's a mix of both. There are people assigned to specific
I gotta get out of
franchises,
there.
and there are those who work, throughout all of Turbine's games. So there's no one answer to that question. The answer is yes.
Watch yourself, Mag.
Guys, hit me from behind.
Yeah, just trying to... Okay. Is he down?
Almost. One more.
Let me get this guy off of me. He's
He's
hurt.
down.
Now the manifest
Let's kill these ads while he's doing that.
Oh, man.
Back off so I don't get any aggro. I'm trying to just be a camera here. So
Forgot about this Cure Serious wand.
That would be useful.
That'd be nice. So I'm gonna get rid of this ad, and I'm gonna go after that. I'm gonna intimidate. Oh, he's on me. Stop it.
Oh no.
He's gotta.
Dude, he has got a ton of hit points.
Alright, watch out.
Okay, the ad's down.
Ah,
Oh,
Watch
man.
Mag. Heal yourself, heal yourself.
Thank you for the lay on hands.
So that leads me to a question here. What is the worst death you've ever had?
Crowd surfing really sucks.
Yeah.
What, surfing?
Crowd surfing, when you get stuck on a lot of crowds.
Oh no.
Are they on you, Criggs? Is he on you?
Yeah, he is, but he's not coming down here though.
We probably don't want him to because he might rubber band. He should be on me now, I think.
No, I
got him.
think he's still on me.
Do most PD players get UMD?
No.
Yeah. You'd think in some ways maybe the ability to self-raise would lead people to want to all have UMD.
I like UMD on my on certain players.
Self-raise, but you'd have to find the scrolls for that to even to be useful, right?
Right.
And we can't buy scrolls.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Can't buy scrolls, can't buy potions.
The manager and the barber
Awesome. Good job, guys.
the local merchants will no longer face
But
Okay.
my rogue has really high UMD, and I made a paladin with really high UMD. Before that was pretty useful.
Sure.
For certain weapons.
Still Spirit Caller, guys. Careful.
Alright, let's not...
So what about besides aggro management, how much of it is aggro avoidance altogether, where you try to sort of sneak past mobs, where you don't even have to, you play the stealth game a little bit more regularly? Is that something you guys do?
I'd say not as much. We still like to hack and slash in the dungeons.
Right, right.
So if we have an opportunity to kill something, we usually like to do it.
Here we go.
But there are moments, there are times where it's called for. Somebody,
Yeah,
at least somebody has to sneak and go do something
Got his
by
aggro.
themselves.
You got it. Alright, Is that the only one? Is there any traps over there? Or
You know
Nope.
what? That's a good question. I didn't get to
I got
scout
it.
He's on...
Yeah, I'm sure he's on you. That you
It's gonna
blasted
be
him
on me
pretty good.
now.
Yep.
I'm gonna intimidate him. I don't know if I can intimidate him very well. He's going down.
Nothing worse than dying after you've already beat a quest, so let's
Yeah,
not
I
do
bet.
that.
There he goes. Nice.
I bet.
Disappeared. Yeah, there's
Remember-
danger right here. So.
Okay, let's be careful.
Oh
Whoa.
yeah, look at that. Don't step on that.
Maybe flowers pop out of it.
Right?
One of my worst deaths is when I went and I jumped off this cliff. I was on this cliff and these mobs came out of the ground, and I went to block them. And when I was blocking, I moved, and my guy hopped right off the cliff into the lava. I was like, no!
Ouch. Nice.
So
That was
I'm not finding a box for this, so I could try the.
Do we need to go in there?
I don't know if that's how we get to that chest. Are there any other levers?
Need is relative.
There's another
'cause we've
lever
already-
right
Here's another lever.
we've already
Okay,
completed the quest.
let's pull this lever. See if we can die.
All right. Yeah.
There we go.
Clear the quest. If we die, well, wait a second. You guys are on permadeath. That's right.
Woohoo! All right.
So am I. Actually, I kind of Red allowed me to make this guy for this streaming. Probably gonna.
I'm just showing what's in the chest. I'm not taking anything.
False life 15 bracers. That's nice. I'll take.
Yeah.
What? Really?
Yep.
Nice. A roll for him.
I'm gonna wear them.
Also, I see an augment.
Yeah.
pretty nice.
Sigil of the goat. Anybody want that? Because
Um,
I'm probably gonna be deleting this guy after these quests.
looks like I got one.
Anybody?
All right. Before I wrap up the stream here in just a couple minutes, let me turn this over to chat. Is there any questions about Mortal Voyage in particular, or DDO in general, that I can answer as we're getting ready to wrap up the stream here? Feel free to type it in chat, and I'll see what I can do. Otherwise, I just want to thank you guys for Mortal Voyage. We will be back. I think we'll probably do one more permadeath stream next week as well with Mortal Voyage, assuming we can get everyone together and make it work. If not next week, then probably one more time here at some point in the next couple weeks or whatever. We'll try something else. This character is going to have to go, so I'll probably do what we did here again and re-roll a different level 7 character, and we'll choose perhaps a different quest to run as well, just to show off what we can do. But this won't be the end of it, and I really do want to thank you guys from Mortal Voyage. It was really fascinating to talk to you and see in person what running this permadeath stuff is like. I think people in the stream probably learned quite a bit, and people will enjoy watching the archive video of this as well. Not just because I died, but because you guys also did a really great job. So I really want to thank you for joining me to do this with us.
Thank
thanks
you.
a lot.
And it'd be
Yeah,
great
we
if
really
you could,
appreciate
tell the devs about that arrow pooling thing.
I will do that. I promise you. I will take care of that. I can't guarantee any changes, but I promise you
Yeah.
I'll at least look into it and see what people want to what the state of things is.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Awesome, man. Well, it was a pleasure running with you, and everybody check out mortalvoyage.com. We'd be glad to have some new guildies.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, good luck everyone, and have fun. We